Okay, so like, have you ever like thought about what you would do
Mm-hmm.
if you like suddenly had a ton of money,
Yeah.
like billions of dollars to just give away?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's kind of what we're looking at today.
Okay.
This is the story of Mackenzie Scott.
Right.
She's Jeff Bezos' ex-wife,
Ah. Ah,
and how she's like totally changing philanthropy.
interesting.
We're talking like $19 billion donated in the last 5 years.
Wow. That's a lot of money.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's not just the amount, though.
Right?
It's how she's giving it away.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
It's
different.
it's different. Yeah.
How so?
Well, she's all about this unrestricted giving.
Unrestricted giving.
Yeah, basically she's like, I trust you
Mm.
to the organizations.
Right.
Like, I trust you use this money
Wow.
where it's needed most.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
That no strings attached thing
Yeah.
is so different from how a lot of like the big donors
Right.
usually give their money.
Exactly. They usually have all these conditions.
Yeah.
Specific projects they want to fund.
Exactly.
But Scott was just like, here you go.
Mhm.
Go make a difference.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to unpack in this deep dive.
Okay, cool.
What can we learn from her journey?
Yeah.
And what kind of impact is all this generosity having?
Great question.
Yeah.
So it all started back in 2019
Okay.
when she received a 4% stake in Amazon.
From the divorce?
Yeah, as part of the divorce settlement.
Wow.
That was $38 billion.
Whoa.
Like
wow.
instant mega wealth.
Right. Just like that.
Just like that.
Wow.
But instead of, buying a private island or something,
Right.
she immediately committed to giving it away.
She did. I read this quote
Oh, yeah.
where she said she has like a disproportionate amount of money to share
Wow.
and wants to keep giving until the safe is empty.
Ah, that's powerful.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
It really speaks to like her values
Hmm.
and her sense of responsibility.
For sure.
And she's not just, randomly throwing money around.
Great.
She's really thought this through.
Oh, yeah.
She's already distributed $19.25 billion
Wow.
to over 2,450 different nonprofit organizations.
Hold on. 2,450 organizations.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So where's all this money going?
Oh,
What
yeah.
kinds of causes is she supporting?
It's a really wide range of issues.
Like what?
Everything from arts and culture to affordable housing,
Okay.
education, public health, even immigration and diversity initiatives.
So she's not picking and choosing.
No, it's like she's looking at the whole landscape
Right,
of
so-
social needs and
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
okay, let's try to make a difference everywhere.
That's pretty incredible. But I got to ask,
Yeah.
doesn't that make it harder to see a focused impact?
Oh, that's a great question.
Like spreading it so widely, does it dilute the potential effect?
That gets to the heart of her philosophy.
Okay.
This unrestricted giving
Uh-huh.
is about trusting the experts on the ground. So she's basically saying, you know your communities, you know the needs.
Yeah.
I trust you to use this money wisely.
So it's really like a radical act of trust.
It is.
Okay. I can see how that could be empowering
Yeah.
for those organizations.
Totally.
But is it actually working?
That's the big question, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's this fascinating report
Okay.
by the Center for Effective Philanthropy, or CEP,
Okay.
and they found that her donations have been transformative
Interesting.
for a lot of the organizations and the communities they serve.
So it's not just the money,
No,
but the way it's given,
it's both.
that makes a difference.
Yeah, think about it.
Okay.
Suddenly, a food bank can double or triple the people they serve.
Right.
Or an organization building affordable housing can actually afford to build more houses.
That makes sense.
Yeah, these are like real tangible outcomes we're seeing.
Wow, no, that's what I call putting your money where your mouth is.
Right.
It's making me think about like all the ripple effects of this kind of giving.
It's huge.
What happens when you empower organizations to dream bigger and do more?
Right. That's where it gets really interesting because it challenges the whole traditional model of philanthropy where donors want to control everything.
Yeah.
It's almost like a giant experiment in trust-based giving.
It's like she's saying, I believe in you now. Go out and make the world a better place.
Exactly. And that encouragement can be so powerful, especially for organizations that are constantly struggling for funding
Right.
and often feel overlooked.
Yeah.
It's like a breath of fresh air, for sure, in philanthropy.
It's definitely making me rethink my own ideas about giving.
Yeah, me too.
We've talked a lot about the how. Let's dig a little deeper into the why.
Okay.
What do you think is driving her philanthropic vision.
Yeah.
Why these causes? Why this approach? Is there a bigger picture here?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I think there is.
Okay. Like it feels like she's trying to do more than just like fix these little problems. You know?
Right.
She's trying to address something bigger.
I think you're right.
Like, is she trying to like shift power?
Yeah.
Or change the way we think about philanthropy?
That's a really interesting observation.
Yeah.
And you might be onto something. I mean, by choosing to support all these different causes, especially those focused on marginalized communities, she's definitely challenging the status quo.
Right, because traditionally, philanthropy has focused on, let's be honest, the things wealthy people care about,
right?
Like the arts, fancy universities.
Exactly.
But Scott's focusing on people who are usually ignored.
Precisely.
And underfunded.
Yes. And her approach, like this unrestricted giving.
Yeah.
It's like she's making a statement about power.
Yeah.
It's like she's saying, I trust these organizations to know what's best for their communities.
Right.
I'm not going to tell them what to do with the money.
Wow.
It's a really big shift in the power dynamic.
I see that.
You know, between donor and recipient.
So she's not just writing a check.
No.
She's empowering them.
Exactly.
To lead the change. It's almost like a revolution in philanthropy.
It is a quiet revolution.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to contrast her approach with like her ex-husband, Jeff Bezos.
Okay.
Well, he's given a lot of money too.
Right.
His giving tends to be more targeted, more focused.
Yeah, like that donation he made to the Trump inauguration fund.
That was an interesting one.
Yeah, along with those other Silicon Valley guys.
Right, right.
That was pretty controversial.
It was.
Yeah.
But Bezos has praised Scott's efforts.
He has.
Yeah, he called her amazing and thoughtful and effective.
Oh.
But their approaches are very different.
Cool.
It shows they have different philosophies about giving.
One's about empowering organizations.
Yeah.
And the other's more about high-profile impact.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of philosophies.
Yeah.
We haven't mentioned the Giving Pledge yet.
Oh, that's an important one.
Yeah.
The Giving Pledge was started by Warren Buffett and Bill Gates. It encourages the super rich to give away at least half their money.
Okay.
It's about using wealth for good.
And Scott signed it.
She has, and she's living it.
Which Bezos hasn't.
Notably, no.
It's like she's trying to lead by example.
I think so.
Showing everyone that this kind of giving is possible.
It is.
Maybe she's even trying to get other billionaires to do the same.
Maybe so.
Okay, so we're seeing the bigger picture.
Yeah.
It's not just random giving.
No.
It's about changing the world.
It's strategic.
Yeah.
It's thoughtful.
But does everyone love her approach?
Well, of course there are some critics.
What do they say?
Some people say her giving is too scattered.
Okay.
Like she should focus more to have a bigger impact.
Oh, yeah.
And some worry that she's trying to do too much.
I see.
Spreading herself too thin.
But wouldn't focusing go against her whole philosophy?
Exactly.
Of trusting the organizations?
Yeah, it's a tricky balance.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it comes down to her belief in empowerment.
Right.
She thinks that supporting the people closest to the problems is the best way to make change.
It's like she's saying, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to give you the tools to do what you do best.
And that's what makes her story so fascinating.
Yeah.
It challenges the traditional way of doing philanthropy and encourages a more collaborative approach.
It's on trust.
Yes, exactly.
It's inspiring to see someone use their wealth like this.
It is.
Makes you wonder what would happen if more rich people followed suit.
It's a great question.
Yeah.
What if this became the norm?
Okay, so zooming out a bit.
Yeah.
What does all this mean for the future of philanthropy?
Right.
Is Scott's approach a sign of things to come? Or is it just a one-off?
Tough to say. What do you think?
I mean, it's hard to say for sure.
Yeah.
But like, she's definitely got people talking.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like she's thrown down a challenge to the old way of doing things.
To like the establishment.
Yeah. And shown that there's another way.
Maybe a better way.
Yeah, a better way.
Approach giving.
And that conversation. It's so important because it's not just about billionaires.
No, not at all. It's about all of us.
Yeah.
Thinking differently about our resources.
Whatever we have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
However much.
It's easy to think, like, oh, she's got billions. That's great for her.
Right.
Well, what about me?
Exactly.
But there's something here for everyone.
I think so, too.
No matter how much you have.
It's about changing your mindset.
Okay.
From, like, what can I get to what can I give?
Yeah, that's good.
You know?
It's about recognizing we can all contribute.
Yeah.
Time, talents, money, even just our voices.
Exactly. And even small acts can make a difference.
Like that research we talked about from CEP, how her donations helped all those organizations grow.
It's like a ripple effect, spreading out.
It's bigger than just the money.
Way bigger.
Yeah.
It's about inspiring others to act, to believe in change.
So what can we as listeners take away from all this?
Well,
what's the takeaway?
It's about a few things.
Yep.
First, trust.
Okay.
Trust in the people working to make a difference.
Support them.
Yes, support them.
Empower them.
Empower them.
Trust them.
Trust is huge.
It is.
And maybe it's also about thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
Like not just the traditional ways of giving. Like how can I support change in a way that's real for me?
Authentic to you.
Yeah, that aligns with my values.
Yeah. Find your own path.
It could be volunteering. Donating to a cause you care about.
Totally.
Or even just talking to people.
Yeah, just having those conversations.
Yeah.
About giving back.
Because ultimately it's about all of us working together.
It is. It's about collective action. Right. For a better world.
A more just world.
Yeah.
A more equitable world.
Absolutely. And Scott's story reminds us that even when things feel overwhelming,
I know,
individuals can make a difference.
It's inspiring.
It is.
I'm feeling inspired.
Me too.
If you want to know more about the organizations she supports, check out her website.
It's called Yield Giving.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
It is.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I'm feeling honestly pretty hopeful.
Good.
It shows that change is possible. Yeah. And we all have a part to play.
Couldn't agree more.
And to you listening, we'll leave you with this.
One last thought.
What will your legacy be?
How will you make the world a better place?
It's something to think about.
It is.
Maybe your own philanthropic journey is just beginning.
Maybe so.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
We'll be back soon with another deep dive.
Definitely.
Until then, keep exploring, keep learning.
And keep making a difference. And send us your suggestions.
Yes, we love hearing from you.
For future deep dives.
Always looking for new ideas.
Okay. Until next time.
See ya.